Hey, we're gonna go over the new improvements. It's a whole bunch of them. Look at all that yellow. I'm gonna talk about those. The new game is called Battlefield 3.5. Let's see what they got right and got wrong, if anything. First off, players should no longer take fall damage from short falls. Finally, I won't die from jumping off a pallet that's 2 feet high. Players now get up from prone slightly faster. That's good, but can you move once you get up? That's the question. Like when you get revived and you get up, you're just kind of dazed and confused when you stand up and you stand there and you get shot again because you can't move. I wonder if that's part of that too. Probably not. Fix some situations that would unintentionally make a player unrevivable. Good. Reduce the black screen fade in time on spawn. The fade is still necessary for properly shooting. Blah 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 blah. And increase spawn protection for 1 second and 2 second, and it only lasts for 2 seconds or until you move or shoot. You can still look around. Here's the thing with that. The black screen, it seemed like that entire black screen fade in was the 1 second spawn protection. So instead of just going from black screen straight to death, now you would go from black screen to color screen to death without being able to move or look or anything. You know, if you're getting fired at when you spawned. So with a 2 second spawn protection time, you should be able to look around for 1 second, you know, with your look joystick or mouse, and be able to shoot. So it might help a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Tweak the damage levels of buck and flechette rounds to balance them with other weapons. I don't know if that made them better or worse, but they tweaked them. Increase the effectiveness of suppression resist specialization. Good. Switching from primary to sidearms and back now takes less time. Good. Increase the effectiveness of explosive resistance. Good, because they also decreased the splash damage radius of RPGs and the what are they called? Doggone grenade launchers. Fix several issues with vaulting objects, especially for thin railings. There's one in specific that I can think of, and they're all on Metro, or two on Metro, outside those buildings. You can trying to jump over those things, man. Come on, it's almost near impossible. And those little chairs by the turnstiles. It's got the glass, so I just jump over the chairs. Yeah, it hardly ever works. The knife now only takes 2 swipes to kill when attacking from position when a takedown is not possible. Cool. A10 probably gives jet score again. That means it didn't before. That means that they suck at testing their game. Unguided tank rounds and RPGs will now instantly destroy jets, attack helicopters, and scout choppers. Oh my god. This is going to be crazy. Because I know I hit the chopper a lot. And a few jets here and there. It always gets to disable. But that's going to be crazy. That's a one-hit kill now. People are going to be firing SMAWs. I think a lot more than stingers. Well, probably equal as much as stingers. As far as shooting at little birds and not so much attack helicopters, but definitely little birds. So if you're in an attack helicopter, if you're going to fly low, you better fly low, fast, and throughout cover. And yeah, because you're not that hard to shoot when you're low in a tank if you got tank skills. Increase the didn't even highlight that. Slightly reduce the repair speed tool of the what that says. Oops. They reduced it. This is the second time they reduced it. When are they going to get it right? I think it's fine how it is, because after they reduced it the first time, you just used 2 repair guys. So would you need 3 now to win a fight? We'll see. Increase the damage mounted gunner 50 cals do at long range. I think they should increase the damage 50 cal gunners do at any range. That's just my opinion. I mean, that's a 50 cal round. That's a big ass bullet. Increase the power of the repair tool when killing soldiers or destroying vehicles slightly. Killing soldiers, who cares? Destroying vehicles, important, because it does take forever. I think it takes longer to destroy it with the repair tool than it does to repair it. Fix the problem when locking on 2 nearby towers. This is when you're trying to lock on with a laser, and it's just jumping back and forth. So hopefully it'll just pick one, or the one you're aiming at, and lock on. Increase the damage of the jab and air-to-ground missiles against laser-designated targets. They already did 60 damage, 60% damage um, on the tanks, unless you had armor. But it would already do 60 damage and disable it. I don't know what it's possibly going to go to now, because before, if it was laser painted, 2 missiles is all it took, someone else and you. So, I mean, what do they want? How easy can it get? Javelins fired without laser targeting now do more damage. Great. That's a sarcastic great. Slightly reduce the locking time of all weapons versus laser dart designated targets. Good. Laser guided missiles can now be distracted by flares. Holy crap, that's awesome. That is awesome. Even better for those poor kids that are flying the Little Bird with flares against these freaking dorks with laser painters and guided, which I use sometimes. But still, because now they have a chance to survive. That's cool. And the choppers, too, the attack choppers. It's not just up to the pilot to get off that guided tank shell or javelin. So that's good stuff. I'm happy to see that. But there is a counter to that. Flares no longer break the lock of a vehicle that is locked on. It will only distract the missiles. So it can't be used as an ECM jammer against heat seekers or iglas and stuff. But I mean, that's good and bad. The good of it, I mean, well, whatever. It gets to the next point. Flares now reliable to distract missiles, especially for choppers. Finally, flares work for helicopters. Finally. Flares for jets and choppers now reload 11 seconds again, except for the gunner, which remains unchanged at 20 seconds. I didn't even know it took 20 seconds. It didn't seem that long. But I guess if you're working back and forth with your pilot, it just doesn't seem that long. So that's good. AA missiles should no longer kill the pilot instead of vehicle. It's about goddamn time. And I thought that was in the last patch, but maybe they'll get it right this time. AA missiles should no longer detonate before hitting their target or flare ECM chaff cloud. I mean, they've exploded in the cloud or on the flare, but I don't see why that's a big deal if they don't. Does it just miss you now? And okay, that's fine. Same effect of you not getting hit. The Eagle and Stinger now lock on much quicker and disable an attack aircraft in one hit, but have significantly reduced range. This should allow Stingers to mount effective close-range point defense without dominating the entire airspace. Good. So if you're sitting on top of C, or if you're flying chopper as a guy on top of C with a Stinger, he can't hit you from, no matter where you are, he could hit you before. But now, you got to be close, but it'll still one-hit disable you. It'll probably do the same amount of damage, but you'll have plenty of time to land. Get out of his range. I wonder what the range is. I'd like to see a graphic of that. Increase the speed of the attack helicopter AA missiles lock on to reduce the tedious nature of helicopter dogfights. The tedious nature of helicopter dogfights. I'm glad they finally came out and said that. The tedious nature, because goddamn if it isn't tedious. It's 2 choppers ascending at the fucking same time, pointing at each other, firing heat seekers, and the gunner shooting. It's like it's the same thing every time. Same thing. So that should be cool. Slightly reduce the damage of jet cannons against aircraft. Good for the chopper pilots that are getting shot down by jets. If you're a good jet pilot, no big deal because you're going to get them anyway. Increased RPG and small damage against aircraft. Obviously, because it's a one-hit kill now. Guided rockets will now only track ground targets as originally intended. That was in the last update. Big whoopee doopie. Helicopter guns should now suppress correctly. Yay, get suppression and ribbons. Improve the accuracy of the attack helicopters or rocket pods, both guided and unguided. Good. Slightly increase the damage of the attack helicopters, rocket pods versus entry and other helicopters. Good. Good, especially on the infantry, because I could shoot 14 rockets at a guy, get 10 hit markers. The gunner kills him. I'll say a hit or kill assist of like 10. It's like, come on, guys. These are gigantic rockets. These people aren't that invincible. Additional fixes have been made to the TV missile to prevent it from blowing up the launching vehicle. That's good. What it should say is this: the TV missile will not blow up your chopper anymore. That's what it should say. I mean, come on, guys. The Mi-28 has received upgrades to its climbing and yawing abilities. Awesome. Maybe now, because it'll ascend at the same rate as the Viper. I hope so. And possibly you could throw that forward momentum into a sideways side strafe. You couldn't do that before; it would just kind of flip over on you. The Viper, you can fly forward, immediately pitch it sideways, and then that momentum can go into a reverse or a backwards flying. You can't do that with the Havoc, but maybe now you can. We'll see. Fix an issue where the guided rockets from the Mi-28 did not follow crosshair properly. All I can get from this is follow the crosshair properly. I didn't know that the guided rockets followed the crosshair. That's interesting to know. I never really noticed in the Viper that they follow the crosshair when I'm shooting it at the enemy chopper. But now I know, so I'll see if I can adjust my flying and shooting accordingly. Improve the accuracy of the Havoc gun to match the Viper gun. I'm just highlighting this because it goes to show that they made the Russian chopper just an absolute piece of shit. People say, "Oh, it's the same. A good pilot can handle it the same." No, they're programmed worse. Increase the direct hit damage of the Appa Flappa Slappa round of the IFVs. Cool, I use those. Increase the power of explosions from cars and other explosive static objects. That's cool. I like that because I'll shoot the static objects from the chopper to blow up people nearby. Which brings us to the next point. Dying from the explosion of a car or other explosive static object now correctly credit the player who caused the explosion. Cool! That's me clapping. Yay! Bunch of times I've blown up those train propane tanks, and I'll wait to see if the guy is, no more, and he is. That's how I know he's dead. But now I'll get credit for that kill. Jet stuff, don't really care. The F-35 will now attempt to hover at low altitudes, but you can hover up very highly from that low altitude. Cool. I don't know why I highlighted that. Fix several bugs with air vehicles colliding with objects at high speeds and taking no damage. I think this is referring to the jets being able to just fly through the damn forest on Caspian and take no damage. The MAV will no longer destroy vehicles that run into it. Instead, it should be destroyed. Is this an update, or are they predicting what should happen? Instead, it should be destroyed. Is that definite? It should say this. Instead, it will be destroyed. That's what they should have it say. You can now spot with the EOD bot. Rhymes, so it's true. Increase the base accuracy for AA guns and added a decrease in accuracy over the course of a burst. That's cool. I'm fine with that. That's good, because I bursted anyway. Reduce damage AA guns due to infantry. That's cool. So if you're playing Cargill and Rush, you can stand out in the open just a little bit more. The CRAM and Panzer AA weapons now have air radar equipped by default. That's fucking awesome. High five. Improve the sound feedback for damage to help players better understand the amount of damage the vehicle is taking. What they need to do is fix the goddamn sound so it doesn't cut out all the damn time. That's what it should do. The A-10's extinguisher should now function properly, meaning it didn't before, meaning did they test this game at all? Disabled vehicles now have an increased reverse speed to help escape to cover after being disabled. That's probably referring to a tank, but I'm wondering if that will also help with a chopper. If you're disabled, can you descend faster? Like if you're 300 feet, can you descend faster than you could before? The T-90's crosshair now more accurately represents the trajectory of the main gun. This is probably more for the PC players who actually have what's called good graphics. Probably not towards the console guys, especially the Xbox, because we're looking at like the pixels. You might